Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the Love Weekly for Libra. It's going to be for today, October 13th up to the 20th. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The Love Weekly is a relationship outlook into a connection that you have with someone, whether that is an old connection, new connection, a reconciliation, or if you're in challenge, whatever the case may be. This is what we're going to look at, and just a snapshot, the weekly snapshot for what the next 7 days holds, okay? So, also from now when I'm releasing the videos, it'll be for the next 7 days. So the video's coming up tonight, which is the 13th, so it's be for this October 13th to the 20th. All right, let's see what your oracle cards say before we pull out your traditional spread, Libra. We have Spirit of Fire, Spirit of the Clover, and Spirit of the Ring. All right, well, Spirit of Fire, of course, talking about passion, creativity, that spark, right? And we have Spirit of the Clover, right? Talking about luck, abundance coming in, right? And Spirit of the Ring, right? The promise, the contract, the commitment. That's what that's all about, all right? So we're going to see how those energies affect this connection that you have this week, Libra. Let's go ahead and pull out your cards. And again, this is for today, October 13th, for the next 7 days up to the 20th. Libra, show me what's going on for Libra in this connection. Show me what's going on for my lovely Libras. Show me. All right, so Libra, your person is coming in this week with a 9 of Swords, and you're coming into the week with Emperor energy. They see you as a Tower, and you see them as a 7 of Swords. They desire Queen of Cups, and you desire the Fool. And what needs to happen? For them, we have Knight of Cups, and for you, we have the Moon. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man. Talking about inspiration coming in. The Hanged Man's one of the highest cards in the deck for inspiration. So, I'm going to come back to him. All right, Libra, but let's get right into your spread. How are you guys coming into the week? Well, you and your person, you're coming into the week with 9 of Swords and you with Emperor. So 9 of Swords is a lot of regret and anxiety. Your person's having a very anxious week for whatever reason. They're being plagued. They could be getting plagued right now with decisions from the past. It could be that they are worried about things coming back to haunt them. 9 of Swords is a very sort of self-imposed misery that we put on ourselves, right? When we either regret what decisions we've made or we get caught up in our heads. It can be just simple anxiety, and anxiety doesn't actually have any reason, right? We can get anxious for a lot of reasons, and we can't really sort of logic our way out of it. That's what anxiety is all about. So your person's coming into the week with that energy. You're coming into the week with Emperor energy. And so, Libra, you're kind of establishing your kingdom. You're taking authority this week, whether that's in work or in your private life, personal life. You're definitely coming into the week on top in terms of dominance, dominant energy, authoritative energy. People are looking to you also for a leadership position. You know, Emperor generally indicates that you're used to it, right? This isn't something new. This is an attitude, an attribute that'll be something you're used to, right? The Emperor doesn't just appear out of nowhere. So, coming into the week with Emperor energy makes me feel like this is definitely a Libra who is a power individual in terms of energy, very fiery, very dominant, certainly, but certainly someone who really has authority in some area. And I feel like this is probably going to be in your work or in your in career in some way. Can also be in your social group. I almost feel like you might be a leader in your community as well, Libra. And this week is a week where you're really being called upon to sort of I want to say reflect those skills and responsibilities as a leader almost, right? So now, how do you guys see each other? You're a Tower moment for your person. They see you as a 7 of Swords. So here we have challenge coming in right away. They see you as a Tower, which is really upheaval. upheaval to everything that they are used to. They see you almost as a disruption. It's interesting. It's almost as if something about you, Libra, is really proving to them that they were wrong about something. I feel like it's something about your actions. And so this is how they're seeing you as a Tower moment. You're seeing them as a Seven of Swords. So very interesting. It's almost as if you're seeing them behave very treacherously, I want to say. You're seeing them, Seven of Swords is treachery, right? It's the card for treachery. It's also the card for that story of the tortoise and the hare. Okay, so it could be that it isn't so much that you see them as being very treacherous. Seven of Swords is also the card for futility. All right, so it could be that you are seeing them as someone whose actions are futile. They are not really putting the right amount of effort in. You know the story of the tortoise and the hare, of course, is the famous race, between a tortoise and a hare. And of course, everybody expects the hare to win because of its speed and all of that, right? But the hare takes it easy. He cuts corners. He, takes a nap because he is so confident he's going to win against the slow hare. But what ends up happening is he doesn't even finish the race. And the hare the tortoise who takes it slow and steady, rather, ends up winning. And so it's a lesson in futility. It's a lesson in realizing that even if you have what it takes, even if you are naturally stronger, better, faster, etc., you still have to put work in, right? Nobody is entitled to anything by virtue of who they are. And so Seven of Swords has a lot of different energies to it. Yes, it can be very treacherous. Yes, it is the thief in the night, but it can also be that card for futility. And I feel like this is how you're seeing your person, Libra. You're seeing your person as someone who really hasn't put a lot of effort in. We do have the hangman here. They really haven't put a right amount of effort into something. And something about your actions is causing them to kind of realize that. I almost wouldn't be surprised, Libra, if that Nine of Swords is something to do with you. It could be that they screwed up with you in the past, or they've screwed up with you most recently, and the way you're responding to it is really throwing them for a loop. Now, what do you guys both desire? Queen of Cups and Fool energy. Well, they're desiring Queen of Cups. They're desiring an open exchange of emotions. The Queen of Cups is very special. She is water of water. She is emotionally wide open. Her heart chakra is wide open, but she expects that in return. She has a beautiful, very unique, grandiose cup of love to give that you can see there. That cup is unique in the tarot deck, and it really is symbolic of how unique her love is, of what she's willing to give you. Nevertheless, she does, like I said, she requires the same in kind. She's the most emotionally healthy court card in the deck, and even though she goes very deep, she's clear, right? She's clear. And she's mature. Now, what do you desire? The Fool. You desire a new beginning. You desire a new adventure. You desire, I want to say you almost desire something where you're taking a leap of faith. You're taking a chance, which we associate with the Fool. You're starting something new, and it turns out okay. You really want a new adventure, Libra. And I almost wonder, is this person up to the task? They've done something and really soured you about them. I feel like you have soured, or you have kind of lost the vivre, the je ne sais quoi, as they say. You've lost your desire, your passion somehow with this individual because of something that they've done. That Seven of Swords is a turnoff, Libra. That not willing to work, that self-entitlement is a real turnoff for you, especially for somebody like you who's coming in with Emperor energy, who is a master manifester because of the work that he puts in. The Emperor is the Emperor for reasons, the divine masculine, right? So we're not talking about sex here, female, male. We're talking about energy here, right? So. And it's interesting that what you desire, it's almost like what you're desiring is something brand new. We have Spirit of the Ring here. I almost wonder, was there a contract or a promise of commitment here? Maybe that you've broken this commitment because of some action, and they're now really turned upside down with that Tower moment. Now, what needs to happen? Well, they need to get on their horse and really win you back. If they want that cup of love with you, if they screwed up Nine of Swords and they realize with that Tower that you are doing something, you're not going to necessarily come back to them, they really need to pick it up. They need to pick it up with that Knight of Cups. There he is. And they need to woo you. They need to court you. They need to sweep you off your feet and win you back. That's what needs to happen, and that's the card that's come out. Now, for you, what needs to happen is the Moon. Search your feelings. Right now, you're being emotionally tested also. It can be that, in fact, that they have done something to turn you off, but also be careful, Libra, that there may be something within you that is being tested right now. It could be commitment also, because Spirit of the Ring talks about commitment, right? We have Spirit of Fire, Spirit of the Clover, right? Also that passion coming in, luck, abundance, but commitment, and commitment is work. And so Moon energy is not really knowing your feelings. You're going through a valley of darkness. You're being called upon to pull up all of the strength that you gathered at the first 8, which is the strength. Now you're up to the second 8, 18, which is the Moon. You're being tested on that strength. So at the same time, also make sure that you check yourself, Libra, and make sure that you are also coming correct here. We could all make mistakes, and this person may indeed have made a mistake that kind of turned you off and soured you a little bit, but at the same time, you know, is your devotion and commitment strong, or are you being sort of too flippant here? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into your clarifiers. Hangman is all about inspiration. It could very well be that your person just wasn't inspired enough. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Hangman talks about enlightenment and the desire to sort of break out of your normal routine, rigmarole, because you have, because inspiration has come in. Oftentimes we talk about the Hangman being stuck. It isn't that he's stuck. He isn't at all stuck. The Hangman could move down off of that T frame whenever he wanted to. He just doesn't feel like it. So it's a very subtle distinction when you read this card. It isn't so much that that he is stuck, but he simply isn't inspired to move. Once inspiration comes in, the halo of enlightenment turns on. So the Hangman always indicates that a waking up process has begun, right? So there's a wake up process coming in, and it could very well be, as I say, that your person may be learning a lesson, and they may be indeed trying to come correct. So remember, that Moon energy is there for you because you are also being tested in some way in this relationship. Of course, they still need to be Knight of Cups and really come back to you. And make it up, whatever this challenge was. We have Emperor energy, 7 of Wands, Valor, and 5 of Pentacles. So it had something to do with money. It could be that a project or some kind fell apart. 5 of Pentacles is a power dynamic in money and abundance. Generally, it is the card, you know, the traditional tarot card is the 2 people sort of outside the church, and they look very, you know, like they are just surviving and picking up the pieces. But 5 of Pentacles is about a power dynamic, generally, that falls apart in the area of work, right? Or in some kind of physical dynamic with somebody else or a group of other people. And you're left kind of paying the financial price and having to build up. So somewhere money was an issue. But Valor, 7 of Wands is Valor and it's courageousness. And we have the Emperor here too. So again, there's something to do with the Emperor energy in terms of being on the top of your game, being in charge. They may have been intimidated a little bit by you, Libra. Coming so hard as the Emperor coming out over Emperor, right? So strong energy. Could be that your person was very intimidated by you, you know? Maybe they felt as though they couldn't, you know, bring what they needed to bring, right? And so, you know, I just feel like they want to make up. This 9 of Swords is very regretful, remember. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. This is your reading, Libra, for today, October 13th to the 20th, for the next 7 days. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a weekly snapshot into a relationship or connection that you have with someone out there. I hope it resonated for you. It's not going to resonate for all of you, and that's fine. But for right now, Libra, I love you. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy. Most of all, stay kind to each other, and I will see you in your next Libra Outlook. Bye-bye now.